Hey everyone, so it's time for our adult book talk. Now, last week, if you watched the video or you were live with me, you know that I talked about Sarah McLean, and I challenged the patrons and everybody that was watching to send me books that you think I should read and do a book talk on. Now, I have received a lot of private messages and messages to the page and everything else. So one of them I wanted to go ahead and touch on because I've actually read it. Now, the suggestion was Johanna Lindsey's Temptations Darling. I have been a fan of her for as long as I can remember, and a lot of you probably know, and if you don't, I'll tell you now, but she ended up passing away earlier this year. That was a tough one for me. I've loved her books for so many years, and it was very sad whenever I got up that morning and I got on Facebook and I seen that she had passed. So her last book, which is the one that was suggested, was Temptations Darling. I read it the day that it came out. I was, super grateful to have that opportunity, and I had it finished before the day was out. It is definitely an attention grabber. To me, having read all of her books, I really think it was her best one. I really do. She adds so much humor to her stories, and that's something that you don't find a lot in when it comes to historical romance. You just don't see that a lot. The times then were very serious, and that's the way a lot of authors bring it off as. Well, Johanna Lindsey makes sure that she adds her wit and her humor to her stories. So with this book, not only is it great because the main male character, which is Montgomery Townsend, not only is he wonderful and everything you would hope for in a male character in a book, but the situation that our main girl is in, it starts out with her father, and it's time for her debut, and he's urging her to go to her mother so that she can make her debut, make her season. So, man, this wind's getting rough. But anyway, so you've got a parent that is trying to do the best that he can for his girl, and that would be to send her to her mother so that she can start her life. And that is a wonderful thing because, as a mom myself, I think about stuff like that all the time. Like, what can I do to make sure that my kids are getting their best life? So you've got that to start out with, and then it goes into her life and how things are changing for her. And whenever she meets Montgomery, oh man, it just takes off. It is absolutely wonderful. So, not only did I love it because of the characters and because of how well you can relate to every single one of them in one way or another, but it's also her last book. I don't know how many of you have read her stuff before, but if you haven't, I highly encourage you to find her books and read them, because she had a way with words that's hard to find, and her characters were absolutely relatable, and they were wonderful. So if you get the opportunity, look up Johanna Lindsey. If you haven't read her before, find her books, read them, and I promise you're going to love them. You're going to absolutely love them. And that being her last one, it really meant a lot to me. So save the best for last. Find her books, read them. I highly recommend that. And there you go. That's her. Temptations Darling was her last one. So if you get the opportunity, do that. If you need any assistance with anything online, feel free to give us a shout, jva@nwrl.org. And I guess I will see you all next Friday at 1 p.m. Bye.